So here's the deal. I've been working through the list of guys and gals who might come after me. Ex-partners, hookups, the usual. I think I know everyone who's a problem. We hit them first, we clean house, I'm home free. Ready to go?
You're damn right I am.
I assume you put together a strategy.
Gotta keep busy somehow while you're lining up sniper shots.
I'm not
There's
a sniper.
4 targets. Roll my pirate, Yajal the arms dealer, Teagle the card shark, and that bounty hunter who's following along. I've got locations, so all we need to do is show up and start shooting.
I like it already.
That'll work. Let's get started, shall we?
Flip a coin, see who we blast first.
Hello there.
Hey, Rawl. How's the arm?
You shattered the arm of a Wookiee? Holy hell.
I'm sure you have quite a history together, but I'd like to get through your list of targets.
Don't pay attention to him. I mean, pay attention to the fight, just not what he says.
Sure. Really, good sir. I don't really care. I know she's an incredibly bad person, but whatever.
Here's where my arms dealer buddy hangs out. Follow my lead. Hey,
Sure.
Flunky, where's Yajal?
I'll let him know you're here.
Oh, you shall.
Janus, as I live and breathe. I didn't expect to find you at my shop.
No one else has got what you've got.
So very true. Tell me, have you brought my money so I can quit paying my thugs to harass you?
Nope.
You shouldn't have caused her trouble.
Sorry, Yajal. Don't have the cash.
I will have you both killed.
Not before we kill you first. Stop it. Stop it. Khalil,
Gotta have a
attack
good
him.
time.
Thank you.
This ugly.
Oh, you shall. Haha. Halfway there.
So this card player, just need to get his people off my back.
Tell the Hutt I always appreciate a fan, but I don't need anyone to stake me.
Hello, Ta. Look who you found.
Khalil? Khalil, it's fantastic to see you. Who's your friend?
I'm the one who can kick your ass.
I work with her, and she wanted me here for this.
Of course, I understand.
You want to tell me what you were thinking looking for me? Hiring investigators? Bribing dock managers?
I just wanted to find you.
Uh-huh.
You're messing with my life. A lot of people want me dead, and if you find me, a lot of other people find me too.
I didn't think I wanted you back with me. I want to share the penthouse again, and the money, and... I want you not to leave.
A bit.
He's the threat we came to deal with.
I never said I was a fighter.
Why'd you leave, Khalil?
You're not asking the questions. You listen good, you worm. I'm not going to let you ruin me.
So you'll kill me instead, for not giving up on you?
Well. Fine.
We don't have time for this. Just shoot him.
You want to know why I left behind the flash and the credits, Ta? It's because you're boring. Let's go. Hope the next target's more interesting. So according to what I got, this is the last place anyone saw our bounty hunter. The Menace. Loser wants a piece of me just because everyone else does. We'll show him what it's like to be hunted.
You're damn right. Ah, this is so much fun.
You live a bad life, you come to a bad end.
You said it. Doesn't look like anyone's home. That's okay. We can wait.
10
We
hours
got
later.
something.
Oh. Oh my. Oh dear.
Coolio, you haven't changed.
Eh?
Do I know you?
Maybe.
You should.
Ona Querrit, the woman you left on Elysia, remember?
No
hi.
way. You're kidding.
What a happy reunion.
I take it you've met the menace after all.
She's Senator Querrit's daughter. Rich brat. I showed her how to live.
You seduced me into leaving my father, leaving Coruscant.
Oh my.
I got to see new places, hang with the Black Sun. Her dad didn't even cut off her accounts.
He
Wow.
thought I'd been kidnapped. When you disappeared, I cried for a month. I couldn't go home. But on Alderaan, they taught me how to duel, so I became this.
Cool. Then let's do it.
Well, Cleo, you ready to see what a rich brat can do?
I'd love to see what you can do. Tell you what, you win, drinks are on me.
If I win, I am bringing you to justice.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
What?
Want some of this?
What the hell? Let me hit the thing. Jesus. And we're done.
Let's go down that list again. Roll, check. Ijal, check. Tatigel, check. The Menace, check.
Total
You and me,
annihilation.
Agent, we are freaking queens of the galaxy.
And I love it.
4 ex-partners, 4 planets, all dealt with. Maybe you're right.
Forget those losers. Forget intelligence if you want. You and me have got a future.
Yeah, maybe, considering a certain Imperial intelligence and Sith tried to mind control me and everything.
You can share my future. Just make sure you can keep up.
Oh, you want some competition? Make a list of your exes. See how fast I go through them. Bet your past is even uglier than mine. Hey, I'm worried your shooting is a little off. All that tech stuff weighing you down.
What?
If we ever go blasters only, your kill count won't look good next to mine.
Well, then again, I mostly use, like, stabbing attacks, so I can imagine why my aim might be a little off.
I'm going to assume that's your natural good cheer.
You assume right. No one hunting me down, no exes mooning over me. Last time I cleaned house, I was playing anarchist on Brento. Feels good to be free again.
It's always nice to have some freedom.
What does a free woman do with herself?
Well, I've got a lot of options. Might be time to move on.
No.
I could go after a big score, try something other than spy games. You could come with me.
Well, maybe, but I still have my mission to do. Got some butts to kick.
You're not bad company, and I could use a change of pace.
Yeah. You and me traveling the galaxy. Doing something. Getting into trouble. Haven't worked it out past that, but I'll let you know. So, here's what I figure. Every morning you get up, you exercise, you check your gear, you do your thing to prep. You've got flowcharts tattooed on your eyelids. Me, I'm lucky when I don't crawl out of bed drooling on the floor. How is it I keep up with you? Am I just that good, or does dirty fighting beat training after all?
That is an excellent question, and I'm not sure I know the exact answer.
I'd never argue your skills aren't impressive.
Admit it. We're a good team.
We are.
You with the gimmicks and me with the rough stuff.
True.
We're not tripping over each other anymore. Took a while, but you and me, we're a synced up death machine.
Oh, we are such good friends. I love it.
Give us a few more years, we'll be taking out star cruisers.
You set up the shot, I'll take it, Agent.
What can I do for you, Vector?
Agent, excuse us a moment.
Oh, sure.
We hear the song. The nest awakens.
What song?
Light fills the hive, and we are one. Apologies. It's the hour of revitalization, and as Dawn Herald, we still participate, in spirit, if not in person.
Question time.
You talk about being Dawn Herald, but I don't know what that is.
Traditionally, the Dawn Herald is a warrior and emissary for the Nest, one who confronts the unknown.
Oh.
As Herald, we are more than a typical joiner, and we retain a sense of individuality. It's also why we're useful to you.
You're very useful, Vector. I like having you around. You're a creepy bug man too, but it's good. It's all good.
You aren't entirely part of the hive mind, but you don't want to leave it, do you?
The joining changed us, and we are content. In any case, we still honor the Killik's gift. But surely everyone carries over rituals and habits from their lives before intelligence?
I suppose. Are you making a joke?
Your old habits are still unusual, as these things go.
Fair enough. You can't blame us for trying, Agent. Last night, we ate our first ration bar since leaving the Nest.
Oh my.
We savored the flavor for 2 hours.
What?
We could taste every nutrient, every chemical compound and trace of foil.
Wow.
Do you know what joining the Killiks does to a person's senses?
Apparently it enhances them quite a lot. Which could maybe be kinda useful. Who knows?
You get excited over a ration bar. That's cute, Vector.
We'll let you know when we try the chaka noodles.
Thank you.
But we did have something more serious to discuss.
Oh.
How do you see our role as an operative on your team?
You're a capable partner, and I value your input.
And our skill set? Keeper described us as a covert assault agent. Our role as Dawn Herald gives us that capacity. We just don't know if that's the only reason we're here, or if it should be.
Well, if you're having doubts or questions about it, then sure, I suppose if you help me identify your skills, then I'll know.
If there's information you have, or aid you can provide, tell me. I'm still learning your talents.
So are we, in a sense. But Agent, our whole life, we've been a diplomat. Whatever else we become, perhaps we shouldn't abandon that so readily. Agent, we hope you don't mind, but we were wondering something.
Oh?
Do you have a family, siblings, a husband, people to go home to after a mission?
A husband? Are you asking if I'm single?
That was part of the question.
Oh.
We'd like to hear the answer.
Well... I wonder.
I recall some man waiting for me at home, but I don't let him get in my way.
Get in the way of what, exactly?
You have many questions, don't you?
Life is hard out here. You take what comfort you can.
We imagine you do. Thank you, Agent. We enjoy these talks.
You wanted to talk?
What you doing?
Yes. The suns are warmer here.
Eh?
Nothing that smells so green when the gamma bursts come.
You can smell gamma.
Even the song can rest. We must go. Auras mingle. Apologies, Agent. Emissaries from our nest. They stowed away aboard the ship and have accompanied us since we left Alderaan. They're becoming quite sociable.
The hell? What the hell are those? So that's why you're in the cargo hold. Because they're all hiding in my cargo. What the hell?
I don't see a swarm around you. Can they turn invisible?
No, but they can grow very large or very small. These live within our flesh.
Huh?
The Killiks of Alderaan know little of the galaxy, only what they absorb through joiners. Our journey teaches them a great deal, but there is something that intrigues us, intrigues the Nest. The fate of our lost kin.
What now?
What lost kin?
Alderaan has only a handful of nests, sleeping beneath the castle lands and awakening every few centuries.
Ah.
The other Killiks migrated off-world millennia ago. No one knows what became of them, or whether they survived. But the migration is a primal memory. We miss them.
If the Citadel has any record of Killik encounters, we can find out.
We appreciate that, Agent. It may help. We don't know if it's truly important to find them, but as Dawn Herald, we'll be watching. We've been dreaming lately.
Of what?
Great spit-creaked vessels weep dew above the castle lands. Their engines scorch the air. Dart ship swarms shade the sky, humming a song of farewell. We remember the Great Migration, when the lost nests departed Alderaan.
Huh. For crazy bug talk, that right there actually sounded pretty cool.
You said no one knew what happened after the other Killiks left.
We still don't. But our travels have caused a buried memory to surface.
Ooh.
In our dream, there is a mosaic that mirrors the stars and shows us the Lost One's destination. We request leave for a pilgrimage, Agent, to follow the first steps of the migrant Killiks.
You know me. Just because.
Vector, if you want a favor, you'll have to do better than that.
We'd ask you to come with us, but all we expect to find is dust and petrified shells.
Most
Still, the
interesting.
journey honors our kin. We're already packed.
Well, you go do your thing.
I'll be here when you're done. Take care of yourself.
And you.
10,000 years later. And possibly another hour. Hey Vector. How you doing?
So, you made it back from your pilgrimage.
Our journey is over. We saw strange worlds and markers set in stone and frozen lakes of steaming colors, but no Killiks.
Aww.
The colony found planets that suited them, but none that could support them. They divided into 1,000 nests, each going its own way, to 100 different stars.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know this isn't the end you were hoping for.
We forged a connection to the lost colony. Even if we didn't find it, this means a great deal. In any event, we're sorry. What?
Eh?
There is a scent here.
What?
You're not giving up already. We apologize for surprising you, but it took time for us to become aware of your presence. More to find you. But we welcome you nonetheless. We are Daizana, of the Lesai Nest.
I'll let you handle this.
Maybe you should handle this.
Daizana of Lese. We are Vector Hillis, Dawn Herald of Oroboro.
Oroboro? We barely recognize the scent. We thought we'd lost the nests of Alderaan until you followed. Our fleet ship pursued you here. The colony still exists, spun across the stars. Our nests still kin. 1 trillion and more Killiks will dance and sing tonight.
Your ship followed Vector on the way back from his pilgrimage.
Even after he was gone, he left an impression we could follow. Our emissaries are not far from your own. Let them touch and bring knowledge.
Yes, the Lese shall rejoice. She offers dancing and Membrosia, the chance to walk the tunnels of the Synapse Comb.
What does that
The Dawn
mean?
Herald must come with us. As his partner, you may accompany and share in our joy.
Huh. You know what? Sure.
I'd love to see a Killik celebration. Lead the way.
Don't worry, we'll be out before the pheromones bond to your system.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it.
The Membrosia runs in golden rivers.
Ugh.
You're doing well. Accompany the joiners if you wish. Morning comes soon. We're impressed. You held up well. More to the point, you brought together the fragments of an ancient people.
You're
We
welcome.
can't fully express our gratitude. We hear the singing of 1,000 nests, and are at peace.
Well, I'm glad you're happy.
I'm glad you're in high spirits. Call it a day then?
Agreed, Agent. Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
Well, even though it's just whatever you said it was, rocks and such, it could be fun.
Take a blanket and some rations, go sightseeing under the stars? You just want me alone.
We could use a change from Killick Company. You're a novelty.
Aww.
There's something else. In the old days, as a diplomat, we used to be able to read people.
Oh?
Since our joining, that's gotten harder, so we have to be direct. Is our relationship becoming unprofessional?
I get to decide what's professional. One advantage to being friendly with your superior officer.
Clearly. So tell us, Agent, just how friendly are we?
Oh, well now.
Come by my quarters some night and you can find out.
That does make things clear. We'd like to continue this, but we've kept you from your duty long enough. The song of the universe will not pause.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killicks as large as starships and as small as mites. Joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds.
Oh
We
my.
mean to report on the Killick colony to the diplomatic service.
Huh. I do like being a flirter and all, but question time.
The colony's been in hiding for a long time, and the Killicks may not appreciate it.
We've shared thoughts with Daizana of the Lacey Nest, and we've assessed the limits of their cooperation. If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions.
Ooh.
We'd have access to Killick craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
What would an Imperial Killick alliance take?
We've outlined a proposal. The Killicks want peace and resources, and the Empire can offer both. And if the Empire doesn't make allies of the Killicks, someone else may get to them first.
Yeah, I suppose.
However I can assist, say the word.
We'd ask you to sign off on the report. Other than that, we'll keep your offer in mind. Thank you. Agent, we heard back from the diplomatic service about our proposed alliance with the Killick colony.
Ooh.
Our report was soundly ignored.
Oh,
It seems we have less credibility than we thought.
well that's too bad.
You worked for them for years. And this is what you get.
We are twice compromised. No longer human, and no longer a diplomat.
Oh, come on.
A colleague named Fulner Eth sent the update on our report along with a message.
Well, let's hear it.
He wants us to call him, accompanied by our handler. We believe he means you.
Well, then I suppose we better talk to him.
Put him through. We'll see what he wants.
Master Hillis, I'm so glad you got my message. How are you? How's Anya?
Anora. We haven't seen her in some time, but we hear she's well. And your son?
I'm stationed on Balmora, still hoping to join the Shadow Fist.
Shadow Fist.
And you must be Cypher 9. It's my privilege to meet you. Rest assured, I went through channels to arrange this. Imperial intelligence has agreed to loan me Vector so long as you're amenable.
Loan?
Vector contacted you about a Killick alliance. Why would you need him?
My superiors don't see the wisdom in Vector's advice. I do.
Oh.
Yet I lack the authority to force the issue.
Someone is blocking you?
Tarab, Sabini, the usual crew. If I'm to win them over, I need influence. Vector, with your ties from the service and the colony's knowledge, I could amass a string of victories. And the more I succeed through your consultations, the better chance your Killick Imperial alliance comes to pass.
Well, that's up to Vector.
What's your take on all this?
He wants us to play politics.
Ugh.
But that is how things are accomplished.
Perceptive man. I'll be in touch with specifics.
We appreciate your aid and your patience, Agent. We're doing this to serve our people. We don't mean to neglect your company.
would be sad if you neglected our company.
Tell you what, next chance we have to slip away, we'll find a planet all to ourselves.
We'll hold you to that.
What's up, Loken?
Cypher, I finished unpacking the last of my equipment. Between your ship's onboard systems and my custom apparatus, you'll soon have the finest in-flight laboratory in the sector.
I like it.
You'll make us the envy of the fleet.
Then I'll refrain from publicizing it. Officially, of course, I'm in semi-retirement, monitoring background radiation somewhere in the Zetan wastes.
Oh my.
Unofficially, I'm very much looking forward to traveling with you.
Officially, I'm looking forward to traveling with you.
What exactly is your position in Imperial intelligence?
Let's just say the current administration is happy that I'm off Drummond Cass. But they're willing to turn a blind eye. Should you need anything from me, you only have to ask. Although if you want my genetic code rewritten, let me know before we leave the ship.
Okay. Question time.
I thought you could become a Rakghoul whenever you wanted.
It's somewhat more complicated and time-consuming. Well, nothing to be concerned with, but rarely an option in the field. Good day. Cypher, join us. Vector and I were just discussing Moff Letshara.
Oh.
We never met her, of course.
Quite fortunate, that. But Vector did know her husband, a fine Dejaric player and a scribe of the Ilfmar Gambit.
We apparently share the Doctor's taste in theater.
Oh! Theater people. Cool, just like myself.
By all means, continue.
I wouldn't want to take your time, but Master Vector, we should talk again.
Of course, Doctor.
Aw, so happy.
Your crew members are delightful people. For instance, did you know Mistress Kaleo is fluent in Kalish profanities? A rare and admirable skill.
Quite.
I wonder how you manage them. Leadership is such a delicate thing.
Oh, it is. Well, if you have some advice, sure.
You sound like you've thought about this.
I confess it had crossed my mind. A dead or alienated colleague is a resource lost, and in our business, it's a small step from being disliked to being blacklisted.
Oh.
I appreciate the benefit of your experience.
And I appreciate your company.
Oh my.
But I'm afraid I have to attend to my data analysis program. Another time, Cypher. My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence.
Sure.
Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of Cypher 12, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
Aww.
I've never heard of a Cypher 12. They don't mention our predecessors much.
Our history is fleeting, to say the least. Cypher 12 was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
Sounds like a wonderful person.
Were you partners?
I was technical advisor on several of his assignments, and we shared a taste in Mirialan cuisine. Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs.
Aww.
Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
Well, that's interesting to know. I plan to survive for quite a lot longer than that.
The odds aren't good for any of us.
Quite so. I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies.
Well...
Be careful not to end up without recourse.
There's some truth there, I'll admit. We'll see what happens.
Friendly advice from one who knows. I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so. Cypher, I had the most delightful conversation with Master Vector. Did you... I'm getting a feed on my earpiece. One moment. I apologize. That's the 3rd time this week one of my security alarms has gone off.
What?
Where did you set up an alarm system?
I monitor all my safe houses as a matter of course. I have a few dozen around the galaxy. A precaution, really. I haven't needed them in years.
Huh.
Usually when an alarm goes off, it means a child has come exploring, or a rat has slipped through the ventilation shafts.
But is it something else this time?
You've got havens set up. What's in them?
You know the sort. An abandoned building here, a fortified wine cellar there, stocked with necessities of the trade. Most of them aren't on the official books, but I assure you, they're hardly incriminating.
Don't you worry.
Remind me not to underestimate you, Doctor. If we ever need a sanctuary...
You'll have whatever humble aid I can provide.
Thank you.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
Oh, I shall teach you great things, my dear apprentice. Oh wait, I'm not Sith. Right.
I'll make sure you're brought up to speed, Ensign.
I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
You don't need to think about anything. You are totally safe with us. Especially with me. I'm not gonna let anybody take you away from me. I hate people taking away my companions.
As part of my crew, you have my protection.
Damn right.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
I like it.
You said you wanted to talk.
Yes, sir. Ensign Raina Temple, formerly of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force, reporting for combat drills.
So formal. Well, if you wanna.
I can show you a few things. What brings this on?
Frankly, I need the practice. No one ever taught me covert maneuvers. If you've got time...
Oh! Well, that seems... wrong, sorta, not to teach you something like that, but okay. I shall become your teacher! Well, that whole thing about, well, I'm not Sith. She does have force powers. It does kind of feel like she's my apprentice, so...
Grab your equipment. I'll find a private spot.
Oh yeah!
Thank you, sir.
No, no. But maybe.
All right. I think I've sweat enough for one day. Any last words of wisdom for your freshly transferred ensign?
That is true. But I suppose I'll go with this.
Never let anything distract you. No one can compensate for your errors.
I'm confident it isn't so dire. But I take your point. You know, my father used to come home from exercises freshly scarred.
Oh.
I was 12 before I realized his training drills were intelligence operations. He was captured twice, but he wouldn't let me worry, no matter how bad it got.
Aww.
You two must have been close.
Oh, I adored him. He gave me a pet feelings for my birthday. That'll melt any girl's heart.
Noted.
Thank you for the lesson. A few more, and I'll be infiltrating enemy camps with the best of them. Sir, since our combat session went so well, I thought we might try something else.
And that would
Lessons in interpersonal manipulation and information extraction. Lecture 1 entitled...
Once they think they need you, they'll tell you anything.
Descriptive name, sir. Is it always about need? When I first arrived at Zero Station, no one trusted me. I was the human Imperial who must have been a spy.
I can
But I
imagine.
learned my way around. And once the Chiss accepted my competence, it was easy to make friends.
Yay! Friendship. Indeed you are.
That's one of your strengths. People like you, and you can use that.
So suppose we're separated during an operation against pirates, say. How does your hand-trained operative play it?
Well, step 1, hit them in the face. Step 2, I don't know. Step 3, profit.
You blend into the background and wait for an opportunity. Don't stir the pot unless you know what you're in for.
Or that.
I'll happily leave that to you, then. I don't know what you think of my potential, sir, but I do appreciate your guidance. I've been deceiving people like an amateur for years. Time I started doing it right.
How can I help you, Ensign?
Personal question for you, sir, if you don't mind my asking.
Never.
When you have to win a man's affections over the course of a mission, does it bother you?
Good question. Sometimes, but then then I'm reminded of that one time in Nar Shaddaa where I apparently went on with my seduction, even though it was pointless, and then I shudder with fear.
I prefer methods with less collateral damage.
Don't mistake me, I've been involved with plenty of the wrong men, but going in there was always the chance they'd work out. I don't know how I'd make that connection if I knew it wouldn't last. Or if I had someone waiting back home.
On the first one, it's duty. I'm sure you'll get by. The last one, yeah, I suppose it's a dilemma of such.
Don't put your life on hold in the name of duty.
But duty always comes first, doesn't it?
Never.
At least I have my parents as an example. Happily married cipher agents, so far as I ever knew.
Well, that sounds wonderful. And dangerous. I can imagine they'd be surveillanced or something. Ugh. Welcome to Imperial intelligence.
That doesn't surprise me. Intelligence might have encouraged the partnership.
And isn't it lovely when our professional and personal lives meet? Thank you for your honesty, sir. You won't regret these sessions.
What's going on, Ensign?
Sir, Dr. Loken's been filling in the gaps in my education. He has quite a few stories.
He
Here's
does.
what puzzles me. I've always been taught to respect the chain of command, and yet you... How does anyone control a field agent?
That is extremely difficult. Mostly because I do my own thing, because, well, I'm out on this special mission. I'm supposed to be with the Republic right now. I can do whatever I want. Almost.
You're really perturbed by this. Are you that used to pure obedience?
Yes, I am. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Maybe.
The Empire expects its operatives to make command decisions from the front line. That doesn't work.
Eventually, you stop relying on your handbook and you put the good of the Empire first.
I was hoping for something more concrete. Maybe a numbered list?
Nah.
I don't want to do wrong, sir. My father ignored an edict from the Sith, and instead of facing his punishment, he ran.
Oh.
I won't repeat his mistake. Accidentally.
Don't you worry. If you start running off, I'll send Kaleo to get you. I'm sure she can track you down.
Have a little faith in yourself. If the time comes, you'll make the right call.
Indeed.
It's nice to hear you say that, sir.
I believe in
I'll
you.
stop troubling you about this. Back to the job, then. Sir, I just had a talk with Vector. Not something I do often, but I think I'm getting used to the eyes. When I was a little girl, the only aliens I ever saw were the Cuss City slaves. Now we see stranger things every day.
We kinda do. There's a whole lot of things you experience out in the big galaxy.
There are benefits to a job like ours.
Shame we're not allowed to take pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to get more combat practice in before tomorrow. Talk soon?
Something I can help you with, Ensign?
I was hoping you could increase my security clearance, sir. At least long enough so I could know about my promotion.
Your promotion? Did I promote you? Maybe I did. I don't know.
What promotion are we talking about?
The top secret one, sir. I can only assume it occurred. I'm pleased to say that I finished, as best I can, putting myself through the Imperial intelligence training regimen, save the psychological tests.
Well done!
With your help, I'm now almost qualified to be here. Thank you.
Yay! Progress. I like it.
You're a fine operative. You should be proud.
I am proud, sir. I thought you could tell.
I can.
Sir, I've been monitoring Chiss Defense Force frequencies, tracking ship movements in the Rim. Nothing extraordinary, but I'd like your permission to investigate if something comes up, assuming you trust me solo.
You're damn right I do.
You wouldn't be here if I couldn't count on you. Put your training to good use.
Thank you, sir. I'll let you know if anything comes up.